So Tom Brady had came back for his final, NFL season, and not recently. All right, it's 2025. This happened a couple of years ago, but it stayed with me, right? So he came back for his last season. And people are asking like, why, right? You're already a first ballot Hall of Famer. You've already won Super Bowls, 7. You've already, won league MVP. You're already a first ballot Hall of Famer. Like you're already this, you're already that, right? What's the point of coming back? On top of that, like there was reports that last year that he was having trouble in his marriage. You know what I mean? Like I think it'd take like a week or two off from the team to go home and deal with some personal issues, right? And the reports were essentially that Giselle, his wife, was like, "Hey, look, bruh, if you go back for that last year, we're done, right?" I mean, that's it. And he called the bluff, went back for one more year. That was okay, right? And she wasn't lying. She took the kids and she was out of there, right? So people ask, like, considering like all this, like you about to lose your family, like what's the point? Like, why would you go back? And the answer is simple, right? Not just for Tom Brady, but for a lot of former football players, right? Like we can't just turn it off. You know what I mean? You can't just like it's like a faucet, like turn it shut. Like that's just who we are, right? You spent your entire life, some of us since we were 5, 6, 7 years old, like doing this one thing, and you spend like most of your life doing it. So it's almost like losing a part of yourself, right? I mean, you see this a lot of times with older couples, and one of them passes away, like the other one passes away, pretty close, to that person, right? Not all the time, but like if you love that person deeply, a lot of times you'll see this, and it's like, well, why? It's because like that person's a part of me. So in this case, football was a part of Tom Brady, and it's part of his identity. You don't need nothing else, right? I don't need no more Super Bowls. I don't need no more, accolades or prestige or even money. Right? I think he's like part owner of the Raiders now, right? So he's got a bunch of money. You know what I mean? So like, what's the point, right? It's part of you. It's that competitive spirit, that drive to be the best. Like you can't just like get rid of it. You know what I mean? Like even even now, like I'm nowhere near what Tom Brady was, obviously, right? But like even like now, like I'll play spades or I'll play like board games, something like that. Like the competitive is still there. Like me and my wife used to get into some really bad like fights over like trivia games. You know what I mean? Because I need to win the game, right? So a lot of guys, when football's over, right, they have a hard time separating. This is what I do versus this is who I am. Right? It's hard for them to kind of, separate the two, and they struggle in life. You know what I mean? And a lot of guys don't accept it. Like I know a guy that I play with. Like put this in context, right? I'm almost 40 years old. 40 years old, right? I know a guy I play with, right, in the NFL. He is still trying to play. I won't say his name, but he's still trying to play. He's waiting on a phone call. He's waiting on opportunity. Probably calling his agent every other day. Like, bro, give it up. See his grades, like it's over. You know what I mean? Like these young boys, like let them play the game. You know what I mean? But he just can't. You know what I mean? He just can't. Like for him, this is my purpose in life, right? What am I gonna do? Who am I without the sport? And the truth is, like, you're a lot of things. You know what I mean? Like the skills that you learn in football, discipline, work ethic, consistency, right? A bunch of other things. You can use those and you can apply those in other areas of your life, right? Like when I finished playing, now you might gotta start, from the bottom, but when I finished playing, I got into education, I became a teacher. Yeah, first year I sucked, right? I was a rookie like any other rookie in any other field. I was trash. I thought I was getting fired every single day. But I kept coming back because in football, you can't give up. You just keep coming back. And then over the months and over the years, I got, much, much better, right? And that's kind of, and that's the truth of the matter. When football is over, right, that's just one part of your life that's over. That's not your life, right? So, keep going.